Hey guys, Mr. Derry here. We are taking the midterm exam in electric vehicle and we're going to make this money clip. If you don't know what a money clip is, here's what one looks like. Fully loaded and polished. I probably will have a couple of spare hundreds I could loan you when we get it all done. But let's get started. And how did I get from a sketch to this folded up money clip in Onshape, in which case we're going to take the DXF that we need to run the plasma cutter. So let's get started with a new document. So if you've forgotten, in Onshape you're going to hit create document. Just put your last name in there. So I'm going to say Derry money clip. All right. Create, and we'll get right into it. On the top plane, we're going to create a sketch, and I like to look at it straight on, so you can right click here. Just click right on the top plane here. I'm going to grab a rectangle tool, draw a simple rectangle, and then we'll come in and put some dimensions on it. So I'm going to refer to this one that I drew already because I want to get the numbers the same. And let's take a look. So it was 1.5 inches wide by 1 5/8 tall. So, oops, grab my dimension tool, come up here, 1.5, come over here, 1.625, and mine is fully defined in black because I used the origin. If you hadn't done that, it's a good idea to resketch that. It'll take you a second. All right, once we got this sketch done, we're going to exit out of here and we're going to jump in and make this a sheet metal model. So it's asking for something to convert. We're going to hit the thicken button over here. So again, I grabbed the sheet metal. Yours might be buried underneath here somewhere. So grab the sheet metal piece. Oop, I don't want to do it twice. And then hit the thicken tab, and then you're just going to click on that sketch. And we're going to set our thickness to 20 thousandths, which is 0.02, and hit OK. Next step, we're going to add this flange. Oops. This hem. This piece right here. So what did I do to make that? Let's take a look. I think it's just a 1/2 inch hem with an inner radius of 30 thousandths. So let's go ahead and make that happen. So under here, we're going to go down to the hem, and we're going to click on our face, or our edge rather. Click on that edge. We're going to change the inner radius to 30 thousandths. And we're going to change our length to 1/2, and we should be good. All right. Next up, we're going to put a second hem on there. The second hem is going to have a little bit different shape to it. We're going to put this little teardrop shape on here, and let's take a look at what the specifications for that hem were. So that one I had an inner radius of 60 thousandths, which is about 1/16 of an inch, and a total length of 0.3. And that was flipping back the other way. So we're going to select this other edge here and come up, grab the hem tool again, put a 0.06 on there and make it a little shorter, 0.3, and we got to flip the direction, which is done right here. So and corner type, why does that look different? Oh, teardrop. There we go. So at the top, we need to change it to the teardrop shape to come down like that. Okay, getting there. Take a look at this guy. We're going to come down and we're going to add a flange next off of that hem. So that flange, this flange is put on there at a different angle. So I want to make sure we take a look at what I did. So it's a 2-inch flange at a 20-degree bend angle off the edge of that hem. So we'll go back to our hem and come over here and switch to the flange tool. Click this edge. I think we said it was 20 degrees. Let's see what that looks like. If yours is going the wrong way, you can flip this direction here. So it's 20 degrees, and this one's going to be 2 inches long. Hit OK, and we're looking good. The only thing left to do now is to throw some fillets on there. So we're going to come over here to the fillet command and set it to a 1/2 inch. And then we're going to come in, you got to come in close here and grab these corners to round them out so that we don't have any sharp edges. You don't want it. All right. So the nice thing about Onshape is we don't even have to hit save. It's already done for us. That's what our money clip is going to look like. If we go over here, we're going to go to the flat pattern, and this is what you're going to need to cut on the laser. Excuse me, on the plasma cutter. So we're going to make a DXF of this and then bring it into Torchmate. I'm going to go through the whole process with you because you may have forgotten. So let's keep rolling here. So I'm going to right click and export DXF. All right, it's I'm going to say Dairy Money Clip again. Oops. And remember, when you download, it's going to go, we don't download and store. No, we don't need to do that. We're just going to download it. So when it downloads, it's going to go to your downloads folder. I want you to move it into your exam folder, which you're going to need to create. So let's take a look at that. So hopefully you remember how to get to your folder. In the tech drive, you're going to go to student folders, find your name, and you've got an EV folder. Let's make a new one that says exam. Actually, I should say midterm. All right, and I'm going to leave that right there. I'm going to go to File Explorer again, find my downloads folder, and see if I can find that money clip. So I'm going to grab that, put it right into my midterm folder, and then I'm going to open up the Torchmate software so that we can create our toolpath. So again, part of the reason we're doing this is because we're going to be making some parts for the electric vehicle, and I want you guys to know how to go from a CAD file to a DXF to a part that we can cut on the plasma cutter. So the Torchmate software is right here. You're going to open this guy up. We can change the material size to be more accommodating for our money clip, which is pretty small. So if you remember, under layout, we can go to material size. This is our origin. This is where we're going to set the torch as its 0 point, and I'm going to leave it there in the lower left hand corner. This part does not need to be nearly this wide. I'm just going to make it 2 inches wide by maybe 5 inches tall for now, and we can change that if need be. So we've got our space to work. We're now going to go to File, and we're going to import that DXF, and we know that it's in the tech drive, in the student folders, in our midterm folder, which is in our electric vehicle midterm, and there it is. So we pull that in and we can hit OK. Now, one thing is a little different than what we did before. You'll notice that it has these bend lines showing up, and we don't want the plasma cutter to cut those. So I think we need to right click here. Let me take a look at that again. Yeah. Actually, we're gonna not right click. We're just going to select it, turn it red, and we're going to go to break path, which is something different. And I think that makes these into individual lines that we can get rid of, because again, we don't want to cut those lines. We want to keep this whole shape. We're now going to select it all again, turn it red, and go back and we're going to connect path first to make sure there's no errors. Then we're going to go to arrange, and we're going to go to make path. All right, so we got rid of our lines. We're going to now move it on to our space. Looks like it's just about the right size. All right, now we just got to put our tool path on there. And going to select it so that it's red. We've already connected path, we've made path, and now we're going to go to machine and create toolpath male. All right, doesn't matter what you have for material thickness, you can leave it. We're going to go to basic cuts, and we're going to set our feed rate to 100, and then we're going to put a lead in. So we're going to create that lead in, make it a line that is going to be at a 45-degree angle, and that's important. And then we're just going to make it 1/8 of an inch long. So if we hit OK now, and then we go to View and go to Show Toolpaths Only, you can see this is our toolpath. That's our lead-in, and we're ready to head off to the plasma cutter. So go to File now. Go to Save As. I'm not going to worry about you taking them over on a flash drive because I've already got one over there that you can use. It's going to look just like that. But I do want you to have this in your, you're going to get graded on having one of these in your file. Folder. All right, so that's it.